News senior Homeland Security correspondent Julia Ainsley joining us now from Washington. So, Julia, Congress approved funding for body cameras back in April after two other deadly shootings by federal agents in Minneapolis that happened in January. So the question is, why don't all agents have these cameras by now? And is there at this point a deadline for when they're going to start getting them and using them?
Well, DHS has said that they did not immediately roll out all of these body cameras because of what they said was the Democratic-led shutdown of funding for CBP and ICE. But really, they had the funding and a mandate even to allow all ICE officers to start wearing body cameras under the Biden administration. There was a pilot program that rolled out body-worn cameras to about 20% of all ICE officers, and then President Trump put a stop to that mandate when he took office in 2025. And so now the call for body cameras is coming again. We understand they will be about 60 days after that shooting in Biddeford, Maine. That was 2 weeks ago, or just a week ago. So they should be going out in about 55 days at this point.
And Julia, the conversation around cameras comes as two people familiar with the matter tell NBC News that FBI agents have been told that they're no longer going to be investigating confrontations with ICE. So then I guess the question becomes, who would, and what's the significance of that switch?
Well, it's a very significant switch because the FBI is often called in whenever there's a federal agent involved in any officer-involved shooting or what is perceived to be or has been told to be by witnesses to be assault. And so in this case with the FBI, they've often been assisting with investigations in Maine and Houston, which came before that. And so what we can expect now is that the DHS Inspector General will take the helm. They have been at the center of the investigations into the two most recent deadly shootings by ICE officers, but the FBI will no longer be playing a role. Some I've spoken to at ICE said that that's because DOJ may have to come to the defense of some of the ICE officers, but if they are being charged and if DHS does refer these ICE officers for criminal charges, DOJ would have to prosecute them. So it's not really clear how they're having this stand up. And of course, if any other federal agent is involved in an assault or a shooting, the FBI, as we understand it, would still investigate those incidents. So a lot of questions here about how this will work. But DHS and ICE are denying that there's been any kind of change in policy, though our sources tell us differently.
Right. Federal government hasn't confirmed that, though. Julia Ainsley, thank you so much. Appreciate it.